How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to one of my seasonal reward claiming videos. We no longer have seasonal scoreboards, but we do have rewards to claim. This is the score claiming related to the Skyline Valley update. And we are able to claim up to 14 pages. You unlock the bonus page once you do hit 100. When I do these videos, when I claim these sorts of things, I like to wait until I hit rank 100 before I go through. Before in the scoreboards I would do the same thing. I would hit 100 and then go through and claim them one at a time and then have a lump sum of rewards. This way now my new strategy is to go through kind of before I do these videos. I actually don't even know really what's in here until honestly just minutes before recording this. But there are obviously camps that have a lot of these things posted all around, so I'm able to see them. But the advantage of hitting rank 100, you do have access to the bonus page. What I was able to do was kind of go through, give a rough estimate of how much I'm spending. I have to be a little bit more reserved, let's say, in my choices. I would love to get a little bit of everything, but I do need to strategize a little bit, so I'm going to go through and start claiming some of these that I'm most interested in. And by the time we get to the 13th, 14th page, and then the bonus pages, we'll see if I'm able to get everything I want, because I'm also strategizing for the very last bonus page, that once you hit 150, and you claim whatever the prerequisite is, you get this. Now we have atoms again, right? So I'm happy that we're able to at least dedicate those tickets to atoms. I'm also looking to claim modules. Still a little curious to see what's going to happen with the future of legendary crafting, rumors of PTS, let's say things that are being tested. You never know if they're actually going to make it to the game if it gets tweaked beforehand, but you never know. We might need to stock up on modules, maybe cores, and I will try to also save up on the score boosters if I can. I guess this time around there are no score boosters to infinitely claim over and over again. That's what I'm just noticing right now. But I have noticed a few on previous pages, so considering I just came across that information, I'll go through, claim whatever I can, and then also prioritize whatever I can for those score boosters. So let's get started. Our first set of claims, I'm basically going to go through, pick my favorites from what I've seen, pick them in the most expensive to least expensive, and then see what freebies we got. The canoe, I'm pretty sure you are not able to place directly in water without, I think, a few tricks. Somebody might need to confirm that. You might need to do a little bit of drop merging, who knows. The rerollers are important to me. I'm going to get these as well. Absolutely don't forget to claim the score boosters at the beginning of the seasons. We need a PSA every season. Alright, what do we got on this page? We got a few different things. I'm going to pass on power armors, robot armor, scout armor, any of these. Some of them are interesting, but for me, just to make sure I'm able to claim whatever I can, I'm going to have to be a little strategic. Definitely the 200 atoms is a welcome sight. I will take it. There you go. We need to buy some things in the atomic shop ASAP. Lobster trap, we'll take that. Working our way backwards. The posters, we're getting all these. The Scout's Life magazines in the games crack me up now that we can actually display them, and I imagine they're probably at least 2 times as large in comparison. Amazing. The camp signs, give me all the signs. And then the freebie would be the Marshall Malo player icon. I'm going to pass on gold bullion. I do want the modules. Though. 10 modules for 5 tickets. Definitely a steal. Gold bullion I have more than I know what to do with. I would even say if you're maybe newer to the game, or if you're considering collecting gold bullion, maybe hold off. Try to just do your normal swapping of treasury notes and all that. You'll be surprised how much you're able to stack up on them, especially after you've purchased most of the things you're probably looking to get. The leather quiver backpack, I'm probably going to be repping this. There's another quiver backpack that actually has 3 different quivers or tubes. That's later on, we'll get to that before you know it. The 200 atoms, we'll take it. The archery shooting target. Yeah, I feel like this page is dedicated to those archers out there. We're gonna have an excuse to pull out the bow again. There's also something on a few pages we'll mention as well that goes well with all these. Even the arrowhead flare, you love to see it. Alright, so we'll take the stabbed weaponry, and this is actually really cool, because now you can just decorate whatever you want as if there was a barrage of arrows. Alright, the posters, of course. The Thrasher player icon, honestly, I'm probably not going to use, but something makes me want to purchase it, so we're going to buy it. Something says you gotta buy it. Arrowhead flare, absolutely. The stack of ammo, the ballistic. We also have, what, energy ammo, I think, in a couple pages. Very into this. I'm going to be decorating a couple of my camps a little bit more strategically. Getting ideas just as I'm claiming these things. I can already picture where I'm going to place most of these. Alright, on to page 4. So the Tato generator is going to go great in one of my farm camps, and we're not going to claim the Tato generator without claiming the Tato lamp as well. Know exactly where those are going. I'm going to pass on the scout armor, although it does look interesting. I will get Blinky. Oops, we'll get Blinky. Dissection kit, of course. The posters, you can't go without them. So I rep the squirrel flares, and it double the squirrels, of course. I might have to swap out one of the squirrels for this one, just to celebrate us claiming all these, just for a few days. The atoms are a welcome sight, and I might not have mentioned this at the start of recording this, but before you go through anything, you want to make sure that you are not close to cap. You're not, let's say, 36,000. You'd be wasting out, or wasting at least 1,000 caps. So just make sure you're not close to cap, script cap, things like that before you do claim these. I'm normally pretty quick to say that. And here I am at 5,000 caps. Before I recorded this, I did make sure I was far enough away, but the 5,000 caps, you'll love to see it. A nice hefty payday, we'll call it. Alright, on to the next page, the rowboat. Actually, I'm sorry, I think the rowboat was the one that had an issue placing it in the water? I don't know. One of them. Make it work, make it make sense. We're gonna claim the lobster trap, absolutely. The hang in there poster, hilarious. So the good thing is, if they're putting these Scouts Life items as wall decor, I would imagine they can do the Backwoodsman. They can do Tesla Science. They can do so many different ones. I'm just curious to know which ones they would focus on. I feel like the Scouts Life ones are like pretty funny. The Backwoodsman's ones are pretty funny. I forget if we have some of the astoundingly awesome tales. We'll tangent later on in the week on stream. So if you want to continue that conversation, you know where to find me. The Scythe, absolutely. As soon as the season dropped, there was absolutely a few people that right away just purchased, I guess, the whole season or purchased multiple. And I saw people running around with scythes, and I had no idea what was going on. And then was informed that it was part of the seasonal thing, and every once in a while I've seen people since then that actually have claimed it. And we'll add that to the repertoire, or at least put it on display. I think that looks really cool. Ice Gang mask. So what is the other one? The Bog Wanderer mask? I don't know if they have any other ones. I think there's another one that we're able to claim, but I like that we're able to claim these without, if I remember correctly, the Bog Wanderer might have been an item shop thing. So I've noticed there's a few items that we're seeing in these seasonal claims. I'm gonna actually pass on this one for now. Those 40 tickets, we need those. The Reaper player icon, please and thank you. Yeah, I would say I noticed a couple things they're adding are almost like alternatives. If you didn't pick them up however many seasons ago, whether in a season or in the item shop, it looks like they're bringing a few alternates. That's cool. And then I'm a big fan of them bringing stuff like this into the game, because here's the thing, if they're giving us alternate ways to place this, they'll probably also give us a way to mount an axe on the wall, and hopefully it just costs camp budget, right? It's not, well, it will only cost camp budget, but in terms of the camp budget that it would take for you to display, let's say, an axe like this on a wall, on a display case, you have the budget and the weight in your stash. If they keep adding a bunch of weapons like this might be a way around that. Because I know I personally have just worked on a camp that has probably close to 100 pounds in the stash box just dedicated to that for display items. More on that soon, but I'm happy to see some of these things that are getting introduced. So for this page, honestly, I'll probably come back and try to grab the telegraph and the Morse code poster. I'm going to pause on those. The Hellcat I will pass on. Forest Scout, again, or sorry, the Service Recon or any of these. I'm going to pass on Scout's Banner. We're good. Here we go. Let's get those atoms. Let's get that freebie. And that's going to be enough for me. We'll come back to this page at some point. As long as we have the tickets, we'll try to prioritize. We got to be picky. Even the Pioneer Scouts rug, I'll have to be passing on. I'm only going to be getting the plushie here. The poster, of course, before I claim that, I'm kind of working my way backwards. Most expensive to least. Again, another example of things that we'll be able to, instead of displaying them, we can place them in a meaningful way, like you're actually throwing them. All you would need is just another, another, whatever you want to call it, column in the build category to dedicate it to just rotating it from this image, just to make it place on a wall or something, because it looks like it's absolutely wall decor, right? That might be floor decor. That looks like it would be wall decor. Curious. Definitely curious. We're going to claim that. We're going to claim the poster, of course, and the signs. We have the Scout emblem light. Now, is that an icon? That's a wall decor. Okay, we'll claim that. The freebies we'll always claim. We'll have to come back for that rug. Moving on. Again, I want to claim everything, but we can't. I would love to get this inner tube chair. Another one that's going to be in a couple pages. Just not enough to go around. Another 5,000 caps. I actually might not have calculated for that. I might go over cap today. Alright, 200 atoms. Some posters, of course. The caps, always a welcome sight. I'm going to pass on lunchboxes. And I'm going to pass on stamps. The stamps, that's fine. We'll just keep running expeditions and get those over time. If I have spare tickets at the end of the season or closer to the end, I'll make my way back. The price for 5 tickets on a lot of these is actually pretty good. But for me, if I can avoid them, if I can just go to Sam and then go buy lunch boxes for gold bullion or something like that, that'd be, in my mind, if I can shift those tickets to something else, if I can shift it to whatever, whether it's modules or something else in terms of currency, I'd rather claim those. But again, if we have enough towards the end of the season, we'll come back and grab them. And then before I do claim anything, back to what I was saying before, love to see all the different archery related things thrown in. We will be claiming the picnic basket, stash box, that outdoor movie projector, absolutely. We are going to get that joke arrow headwear, not now, we're going to come back for it later. We're going to try to, we need to have a few things that we want but can't get yet, just to make sure that we grind out what we can. Get those tickets. At least that's the justification, I'll tell myself. Camp signs, 20 tickets, you got it. Bicycle, absolutely. Thrasher egg and the poster. And then let's get those atoms. Atoms are free on this page. We got 1,600 roughly tickets left. Doing pretty good. As long as I have, I think, 1,300 by the time we get to the last few pages, I should be able to get a couple things from the bonus page as a nice little, well, bonus, I guess. Alright, so Thrasher outfit and mask. I'm not going to use this, but I'm definitely going to put this on a mannequin somewhere. Definitely buying that. The pemmican collector, sure thing. The butchered meats. Love the images they also use to show it off. We're going to get that one. The 200 atoms. I'm going to come back for this antler flare display. I was thinking I was going to claim it, but considering we do need to kind of save as many tickets as we can, we're going to have to. Score boosters, I will be prioritizing as much as I can, considering they're apparently not at the end. It's not on that bonus page. That roasted thrasher, look at that. Look, that's gigantic. I didn't realize how large this was. Oh my. I understood the thrasher was a large creature you'll find out in the new part of the map, but I didn't connect that it would be to scale. In my mind, I'm still thinking of a small turkey. That's so funny. Scoutmaster Collectron Station, absolutely. The poster, you already know it. Adams, always a welcome sight. Gold bullion, we're gonna pass on. Freebies are for me. And then the script, I'll take that as well. The Forest Service stuff, I'm passing on. I don't even collect soul engineering armor, so I'm even further from wanting to collect that one. We're on our last few pages. I have 1385 tickets left. So now this is where I have to think to myself, do I purchase this light blue vintage camper, or do I get the vintage camper survival tent? Oh. As a quick preview. Designed for adventure, this van... Oh wait, this is a camp item. In my mind, I was thinking these were both tents, but like this tent is for Fallout First members. I wasn't even thinking. I almost was gonna pass on this. Of course I need a random miscellaneous item at my camp that I'll probably place once and then never again. Absolutely. Skyline Valley wall art's gonna have to wait because we gotta claim this camping cooler first. Those atoms. The wall art I like. I'm gonna say it's not like, I don't know. I feel like it's still, every season we're getting something to display on the wall for doing these seasons. But it would have been cool if they kept almost a similar theme. Not necessarily a scoreboard, but almost, I don't know. Me working on my camp, like placing things OCD, like I would probably prefer everything they've had since the Legendary run, the very first season, to all have been the same size and just a giant square poster. And then we could have just checkerboard placed them all along the walls like a wallpaper. That would have been cool. But I will say that I do like these wall arts. I will say you got me on those. Posters, speaking of. Some more Scouts Life posters. I'm going to pass on the icon, the paint, the totem pole I might come back and grab. Perk coins I have more than I know what to do with. The garden archway is the freebie. So I have 1260, which is problematic. What I mean by that is I'm pretty sure if I was to roughly take all these numbers that I'm looking at for how much they're going to cost, I think this page is roughly 1250, something like that. So that means I would have to claim 0 items from the 14th claim page. I absolutely need to get this vintage camper survival tent, and then I'm thinking of the s'mores stein. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get the tent. We're going to have to come back for this inner tube chair. I definitely want to grab the stabbed weaponry, all of those. So we're going to have to get the stein. This is putting me further and further away from the bonus pages. The good news is I'm still looking at multiple months until the next season, right? Something like that. We're only 1 month barely into the season now. Alright, so we'll claim the atoms. We'll claim that poster. The weaponry like we were talking about. The player icon, I want to claim it. I'm going to pass on this one. This looks like the SpongeBob meme when he's getting up out the chair. This is Marshall Mallow saying, alright, I'm going to go. I'm going to see myself out. Alright, let's get this script, absolutely. I think we're good. I think we're good to get most of these. I just need to prioritize. I want everything on this page, even if I don't use the player icons. Just want to have them. Just part of the collection. The stone oven, though, the most expensive thing. Working our way backwards. Let's get a quick preview before we do purchase it. Look at that. I'm gonna get that one. The next most expensive thing would be the goon mask. We had something similar earlier on. I think it was called like the Ice Gang mask or something like that. I was comparing it to the Bog Wanderer. We got our own, Jason mask over here. Alright, so we're gonna get the goon mask. Part of me is like, I might not wear it. We'll get it. the next most expensive thing, the hollow stump stash boxes. I think this would probably look good in my one camp, but I'm gonna pass on this for now, try to make my way back. The plushie, I feel like we need this. I feel like we need this plushie. I'm gonna pass on the pipe quiver backpack for now. I want to try to get that later. I'm gonna see what I can prioritize that we can place at our camp ASAP. This vine garden archway, absolutely. So let's see this real quick. Steel jack statue. Looks more like copper to me. Ghoul. Steel jack statue, ghoul. I'm not sure what I'm looking at. Can anybody explain this to me? I'm gonna pass on this one for now. Probably not indefinitely. I'll probably try to make my way back to get it. So now we're looking at the hundreds here, right? 500 tickets to go. Easily can pick up board games. Easily can pick up the player icons. The Mr. Fuzzy plushie. And at this point, the 225 tickets I have left over would be just enough for me to get one more thing from this page if I wanted. So now that that wasn't on an infinite loading screen, the 225, as I was saying, could be spent on anything else in this page if I really wanted. I'm going to pass on this steel jack statue again. I'll come back to it. The hollow stumps look good. There's a few others here. I'll probably be staring at this for another 5-10 minutes before I decide, but you guys get the point. I'm now able to spend at least another 100 on one of those, or close to 100 on one of those, and I have another 50 score ranks to grind through to look forward to all these. Again, didn't know there wasn't a score booster. We do have the atoms, and it's kind of interesting. We traded off the score boosters, which would allow you to get to 100 that much quicker. You traded that off for now getting atoms. That's just interesting. I would say some people are probably going to be a little upset about that. I'm just curious to see if the atoms to progression and other ratio makes any sense, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll get this. There you go. We decided. 95 tickets. 95 tickets to go. And then again, there was a few items that I was like, you know what? I want to get these. I want to make sure I have enough before I do claim them. By this point, a good amount of people have already got rank 100, have claimed a lot of their goodies. I'm curious to see what items those people are grinding for specifically. And I would say if you're also working your way still through the season, you still have a good amount of time. Even if you don't see this video right away, I would say you can still grind out whatever you need. And even if you think you're not going to finish the season, just try to plan ahead and then just claim the things that you find most important to you, kind of as I did here today. But I would say thank you guys for joining us on the score claims. Can't call them scoreboards, we'll just call them score claims. The score rewards. But we'll be back for some other adventures soon. I would say keep an eye out for Twitch adventures. Come hang out with us throughout the week if you're on the Xbox side of things. If you are on other platforms, the conversations are definitely cross-platform, right? So don't hesitate to sneak in, see what we got going on. We'll be checking out whatever legendary crafting stuff's going to be happening in the future. I would say for those that have been playing the game for a while, you might have, when the game started, taken advantage of using your script to purchase things from the purveyor. Then it turned into purchasing modules. Now as we look at what the future of legendary crafting might mean, I don't know, maybe we should start stockpiling modules, but as soon as we have that official update, I'm going to be diving into the legendary crafting aspect. I'll be covering the overall patch notes or update notes, and then we'll see what else we can share with the community. But thank you for the support as always. If you are newer here, if you've made it to this part of the video, I would say thank you for the support. Definitely subscribe to the channel and keep an eye out for more goodies. Thank you guys again, one of these, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy, everybody.